What's going on, everybody? It's Stas here. Welcome back to another video. So in today's video, I'm going to be talking about the top stocks that I'm currently watching and looking to trade for the fourth week of September in 2018. And for those of you guys that are new to my channel, my name is Stas, and I make videos dealing with swing trading, day trading, long-term investing, and my personal philosophies and strategies when it comes down to investing and trading in the stock market. So if that's something that you're interested in, guys, if you want to learn more about the stock market, investing, and trading, feel free to drop a like, leave a comment, and subscribe, and also join the Facebook group as well as the Discord group chat. Both of those are linked down below in the description box. We're talking about stock market investing, trading, and networking with each other on a daily basis in terms of the stock market and anything that's really happening around the stock market. So make sure you guys join those two platforms down below in the description box. So let's just hop right into the topic of today's video, guys. So there's a couple of stocks and a couple of ETFs that I want to talk about in today's video. So let's just get started. So the first one we're talking about here is Netflix, ticker symbol NFLX. So I'm pretty much watching Netflix, guys, due to this recovery pattern that it's currently showing. We saw how overextended Netflix got in terms of its stock price a couple of months back when it got up to about 423, right? We see that here. That was a very clear resistance point for this stock up here at 423. And then we saw the huge sell-off all the way down to about $315. That opened up a solid profit potential for profit margin of about 25%. And from there, it's pretty much been recovering in price, right? It's broken above the EMA, broken above the 50-day SMA, and now it broke above the 180 SMA. So it broke above all of the previous resistance points that it was having trouble getting above in the past, right? We saw here during the downtrending pattern, it wasn't getting above the EMA, it wasn't getting above the 50-day SMA, and it was below the 180 SMA pretty much for about a month and a half to 2 months, right? And now we notice that there's a clear resistance point and a support point here on Netflix. Support at about 342, resistance at about 370. So we saw the pullback in Netflix as it got rejected again by this resistance point at about 370, and now it's just slowly hovering above this 50-day SMA indicator. So it's very interesting to see, and I'm going to be watching Netflix very closely this upcoming week to see whether or not it's able to break out of this resistance. And I'm going to set an alert here at about $377.50. Let's just quickly create that alert because I want to see if Netflix is going to break out of this channel that it's currently been trading in for the past couple of trading weeks, right? It's very clear, guys, and I've drawn it out here from these trend lines that this is a channel right here that Netflix has been trading in. You see it here, guys. You see it here. Although it has been on an uptrending pattern in terms of the past month, it's been having trouble getting out of this channel. So I really want to see a break above the 373, 374 price point and a break out of that resistance point before I even consider trading Netflix, because I do want to get into this stock and I do believe it can run up back to $400 if we're able to break out of that resistance point. So that's the first stock that I'm watching for this upcoming week. Let's quickly talk about another one that I've been watching for the past couple of weeks, and this one's finally playing out to the way I want it to play out, and this is FANG, ticker symbol FANG. And we talked about this in a couple of videos last week, and I like this pattern on this stock, the horizontal pattern here. We see the resistance at about 135, the support at about $112. We saw the bounce at the support level here, the break above the EMA, the break above the 50-day SMA, and now we're seeing the break above the 180 SMA, right? And now we're seeing a pullback and a little bounce on this 180-day SMA indicator. So I'm going to set an alert on FANG, right, because this one's confirming the uptrending pattern. It's pretty much confirmed and broke through all the resistance points that we've talked about in the past in terms of this stock. And for those of you guys that have not been watching, I liked FANG, right, but I wanted to see it break above this 180 SMA indicator due to it being a resistance point in the past. We see that here, right? It got up to the 180, then it got rejected back down. So I wanted to make sure that it popped up above here, bounced on that 180, and continued to push up, and that's slowly what it's seeming, like it's doing, right? We're seeing the bounce on the 180 SMA. Now all I want to see is a breakout above 130, and this one could run up the previous resistance points at about 135 to 138, which does give us about a 5 to 7% potential for profit in terms of ticker symbol FANG. So that's why I'm really liking this one for this upcoming week, and that's why I'm watching it very, very closely. So another one I wanted to talk about today was AMD, Advanced Micro Devices. You guys have been watching AMD for a while now, and if you guys have been watching my channel for a while now, I've been trading in and out of AMD a couple of times, right? And this stock has been running up like absolute crazy, right? Up from $9 up to about $34 in a matter of a couple of months. And now, we've been seeing the uptrend pattern that it's been on, and the crazy push-ups that we've been seeing in AMD, and the healthy corrections and the bounces on the EMA line, which is what we always like to see before investing in an uptrending stock, right? We don't really want to invest in a stock that's not really, showing healthy corrections, because at that point, guys, if you get in at the wrong time and it sees the correction, you're going to lose money, right? So we like to wait to see for the pullback, the little correction, the consolidation on the EMA line, and then that's when we would like to get in as it's pushing back up in price from there, so we can capture the amount of profit that's offered from here. Let's say, for example, if we got in here up to previous resistance points, that's about 6%. So you guys get what I'm saying there, and we're seeing something similar right now happening to AMD. We pushed up to another higher high. Now we're seeing a correction in the stock's price from about $34 down to about $31, and it's been consolidating here for a couple of days now, so it's going to be interesting to see whether or not AMD is going to break below this 50-day SMA and start pushing down in price, or if it's going to bounce up here and continue to push up, maybe back to $34 and above $34 if we're able to continue this uptrending pattern where we're creating higher highs. So let's say we get in AMD at about $31.50 up to $34. That offers a solid 8%, and again, if we push up to another higher high, that could offer 10% plus in terms of how much money you can get back on your trade, on your investment in AMD Advanced Micro Devices. So that's why I'm really liking AMD right now. It's offering a nice pullback opportunity, but we just have to wait and see whether or not it's going to break out of about $31.50 up to $32. So I'm going to create an alert really quickly here for you guys. $31.75. is at or above $31.75. So that'll put us right above the EMA line, and we'll catch it there and see if it's going to continue to push up from that particular price point. So another one I wanted to talk about was ticker symbol NOW, and I believe this one was shouted out in the Discord group chat. And this one, guys, just like AMD, it's not really a similar pattern, but this one has been uptrending over time, and it's been seeing those healthy corrections in the stock's price, exactly like AMD, because they're both seeing the uptrending pattern as well as the healthy corrections, the healthy pullbacks, and the pushes back up to make higher highs, right? We noticed that. It's very clear here. It's very evident that now has been taking, ticker symbol NOW, has been taking corrections, bouncing on the 180 SMA indicator, pushing up to make another higher high. Correction, bounce up, higher high. Correction, bounce up, higher high. So, we've been seeing this pattern in this stock, and this is a very attractive pattern in terms of my style of swing trading, right? And we noticed that right now, guys, the stock hit about $206 about a week or two ago, right, at about 206, and we saw the big pullback from about to $186, and that opened up a nice 10% potential for profit in terms of this stock. And remember, we've seen all these corrections in the past, right, and we've seen the bounces on the EMA line, or the 180 SMA line, excuse me, and then from there it's pushed up to another higher high. So this could be another opportunity to get into ticker symbol NOW if it's able to hold above the 180 SMA, which is slowly seeming like it's doing, right? We've seen about 3 days in a row of consolidation right on the 180-day SMA indicator, right? So now what I want to see in terms of this stock is a break above the EMA line before I even consider adding a small position in this stock, because again, I'm loving the pattern, I'm loving the pullback, I'm loving the consolidation here, but it could get rejected here, and we really want to just be safe in terms of investing and trading in the stock market, right? We don't want to just hop in right now before it's even confirmed the push above the EMA line and the push closer towards the 50-day SMA line. So, keeping an eye on this EMA line is going to be very critical in terms of this stock, right? And if we look over the past couple of days, it has been pushing up, not 1 day, 1 minute. Let's look at the 5-day 5-minute. It has been slowly pushing up, making higher highs in terms of the past 3 days of trading. We noticed the push back to the push down to 182. The next day it got up to 188. The next day it got up to 190. Then we saw a little pullback here. So, it is slowly recovering in terms of the price. But again, we want to see that break above the EMA. We want to see that push up towards the 50-day SMA before even considering taking a small position. So I'm going to set an alert on this one at about $191.50. Let's quickly do that. 191.5 is at or above 191.5. So that's perfect. That's going to give us an alert once it breaks above the EMA line, and then I can track it very closely from there. So that's what I'm looking at in terms of ticker symbol NOW. Now, to talk about a couple of more that I'm watching, we're going to talk about Shopify. Shopify, guys, this one, it's been on an uptrending pattern, right? It's kind of nearing a resistance point here, but I still do see some potential in Shopify, right? We can draw out a resistance point at about 175. We can draw out a support, probably here at about like $140. Well, that doesn't really matter right now because we're already past that point, but, okay, we could draw support maybe right here at about, 100 and let's say $60, $60-ish dollars. So, what I want to see in terms of Shopify is, if it holds above this $160 support level, because we do see a nice pullback in Shopify from about $168 down to about $161. So that did open up a nice little 4%, roughly percentage points of value, right? Potential for profit. And, if it is able to hold above this support level and it is able to break above the EMA and start to push up in terms of this week in the stock market, I do see potential in Shopify, especially since it is on a nice uptrending pattern over the past couple of weeks, right? To get back up to the previous resistance point of about 175. So this could potentially be a good dip buy opportunity in Shopify, ticker symbol SHOP, and that's why I really want to watch this one closely. So I'm going to set an alert here at $163.50, and I do believe this is another one that was shouted out in our Discord group chat. So again, make sure you guys get in that group chat. The link is down below in the description box. So, that's what I'm looking at in terms of Shopify. And to finish off the video, I want to talk about an ETF very quickly that I do see potential in for this upcoming week and for the next coming week. So, and this one's DGAZ, guys, ticker symbol DGAZ, and this is a natural gas-based ETF, and this is an inverse ETF. For those of you guys that don't know, its inverse is UGAZ, meaning whenever one's going up in price, the other one's going down in price. So we're noticing that, UGAZ has shot up from about $54 up to about $68, and it's nearing a resistance point here that it's had trouble getting above for the past couple of months, right? And, these two ETFs, they trade based upon natural gas, this particular future right here, this commodity. We see that natural gas going up in price is pushing DGAZ's price down, right? And what we notice with natural gas is that this one as well, just like UGAZ, because they pretty much follow the same pattern, is nearing a resistance point at about $3. So if this one's able to get rejected here at $3 and start to push down in price, I do believe that DGAZ will end up being a good swing trade, right? And we need to see the confirmation of it getting rejected here and of it breaking below the EMA line. And if we look a little bit closer at natural gas, guys, look at the RSI levels here. This is extremely oversold. And what we noticed with the last time it got to these levels of, not oversold, overbought, guys. It's completely overbought. And what we noticed last time it got to these territories up here, we saw, it shot back down in price. Look at the overbought territories that we saw in this time range right here. And look how they correlate over to the stock's price or the commodities price, right? And we noticed that shoot down all the way here to about 275. So, we got to wait and see whether or not natural gas is going to get rejected here and start to push down in price. And that will end up giving us a good opportunity in terms of DGAZ for this upcoming week. And DGAZ, guys, has been getting hammered. And, we can see a good potential for profit from $20 up to about $25, which is a nice 25% or 20 to 25% potential for profit. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, feel free to drop a like, leave a comment, and subscribe, and follow me on Instagram and follow my Twitter if you guys want to. Both of those are linked down below in the description box. I'm posting on those platforms pretty much on a daily basis, especially on the Instagram platform. And again, the Discord group chat as well as the Facebook group is linked. They're linked down below in the description box as well, and we're definitely talking there on a day-to-day basis, and that's the best way you can talk to me throughout the day if you want to talk about trading, stocks you're watching, and pretty much anything in the stock market. And make sure to do your own research when it comes down to investing and trading in the stock market. Do not buy or sell based on my opinion or anybody else's opinion out there, because that's not how you're going to become a self-sufficient trader / investor over time. And that's the whole entire idea of this channel. So I'll catch you guys in the next video. Hopefully everybody out there is having a great weekend. Hopefully everybody out there is getting ready for this trading week. Good luck to you guys all. Go Eagles, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.